welcome back. And if you're new here, welcome to my channel where at least once a week I post videos on DIYs, hair tips, mom tips, just tips and a whole bunch of other stuff. So if you're into that sort of thing, go ahead and smash that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And without further ado, we're gonna hop into this video. Okay, so today is actually a part 2 video. It is part 2 of our 10 moisturizing oils for natural hair video. So if you haven't seen the first one, I suggest you check it out. It's just some good info in there and I'll link it down below. Okay, so the first one we're gonna start with is baobab oil. Now, I may be saying it wrong. It might be baobab oil. I think it's baobab though.
Baobab.
And baobab oil, of course, moisturizes the hair. It moisturizes the scalp. It's anti-inflammatory. Anti-inflammatory oils are helpful because a lot of times if you have like an itchy or irritated scalp, they help to soothe it and calm it down. It also can absorb deep into your hair follicles, which is important when you really want something to penetrate. You know, you have extreme dry hair or damaged hair and you really need something that's gonna get in there, okay? And it helps to treat dandruff and itchy scalp like we were saying before, anti-inflammatory, good. It adds gloss and shine, and it also helps to prevent from pollution and UV rays. Now, I do want to throw out there anything that says it, helps protect from UV rays can be helpful in aiding like as far as skincare goes in protecting from the sun, but do not try to replace that with sunscreen because it's not going to completely protect you from the sun. I know we're talking about hair now, but a lot of these oils are also good for your skin as well. So if you just saw like protection in there from UV rays and that interested you, it is a great complement to sunscreen, not a replacement. Nothing we make at home can replace sunscreen. Okay, next, shea butter. Shea butter is great because it moisturizes, it prevents breakage, it helps to fight frizz. It has vitamins A and E. It helps to prevent split ends and it also helps to protect from heat damage. It is also anti-inflammatory. It can help with scalp inflammation. It can help with scalp redness. Anybody who's ever had braids or something tight knows that sometimes, your scalp gets really irritated. It can get really red. That can help to kind of soothe that, calm it down. And it also is non-comedogenic, which means it's non-chlorpop. Why can't I say that? Pore clogging. It's non-pore clogging. So I will say, even though it may not clog your pores, shea butter can be a little greasy. So if you're making hair products out of it, I recommend to use like half shea butter and then half of something like mango butter, just so that it won't be so heavy. It may not actually clog your pores, but it will give you sometimes a greasy feeling to the touch if you use too much of it. So that's just my tip on that. Okay, moving on. So next up is green tea. Yes, baby, green tea that you drink is also actually like really, really good for skin and hair. Green tea has anti-aging effects and a lot of other benefits of using it. It helps to fight dandruff. It helps to fight hair loss. It helps to strengthen your hair. It helps fight dryness in your hair. It increases hair growth, it increases hair elasticity, and it helps to prevent breakage. So green tea, I mean, it's just all around. It's good to eat, it's good to drink, it's good for your hair, it's good for your skin, it's just good for your life. Okay, next. Okay, so next is aloe vera juice. Aloe vera juice moisturizes the hair, of course. It also hydrates because it is, like a form of water. And I want to do another video kind of in depth on that, understanding the difference between hydration and moisturizing because they are actually two different things. And aloe is something that's good to really hydrate, but just as like a short version, you just want to always think things that contain water will usually hydrate, and things that don't are most of the time only going to moisturize, because in order for something to be hydrated, you need water. Think of when you're thirsty and you want to drink water. Okay, back on topic. Aloe. It helps to repair dead skin cells on your scalp, which is really good if you have like a dry, irritated scalp. It helps to condition, it helps to smooth your hair, it adds shine. It promotes hair growth, it can be soothing to an itchy scalp. And that's just because, you know, when your scalp is itchy, sometimes it's not always because it's dirty or anything. It could also be because it's dry and irritated and it just needed something to drink. So it's really good for that. And it also can help to reduce dandruff, which just goes back to the dry, irritated. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, next up. Next up is henna. And yes, henna is a form of natural hair dye. So that is great for people who want to color your hair naturally. It also is helpful for your hair's health. It does help to moisturize your hair. It does help to restore the pH of your scalp. It helps to strengthen your hair's follicles. It helps to nourish the scalp. It helps to soften the hair. And it also helps to add shine. Only thing I think that would really be like a downside of using henna is if you do plan on working with other forms of dye, like permanent dyes and things like that. Be cautious when you are going to do that if you are using henna. Hey y'all, I had to pause real quick because while I was researching for this video, I found 2 online articles that I thought had some good information about using henna. Now, one of them, the first one that I'm going to show, and I'm also going to link both of them down below. The first one, I believe, actually gives a good insight on how to safely use henna in conjunction with other colors, or, you know, different ways of using it. And also what to look for when you are purchasing or considering purchasing henna, and, you know, just knowing your options and which one to choose. And then the second article is going to be more so along the lines of what we learned in school and about what not to mix. And I think it briefly touches on the possible negative side effects that can happen if you do mix it. But based off the first article, it looks like you can mix it as long as it is completely natural. And that's kind of what I mean when it's like beware of certain chemicals mixed into the natural ones, because that's where everything goes kaboom. But okay, so let me get back to the video. All right, ta-ta. Some of those chemicals don't mix, and I mean, it might not be so extreme, but some of them don't mix, and it could end very badly for your hair as far as like breakage and coming out. So you just want to be careful when you get to mixing chemicals. But if you're just using henna, just going the natural route, henna could be very beneficial way of adding a little color to your hair. Okay, next, Shabay. You guys, if you haven't seen my video on how I grew my hair, the 3 inches in 3 weeks, you should definitely check it out. And I also posted the process of how I did it, and it was mainly focused around Shabay powder. Shabay powder is really awesome because it restores the pH, it is anti-inflammatory, it helps a lot with length retention, it helps to lock in moisture, and it also helps to fight hair breakage. And I think that's like an important thing when people are wanting their hair to grow. You need all of those things. A lot of times people's hair is growing, but it's breaking off faster than you could see the growth. And so it is growing, you just don't ever get to see it. And the Shabay powder really helps a lot with that, as well as helping to lock in the moisture and all those other things we just talked about. So yes. Next is sage oil. Now, sage oil, of course, is moisturizing, but it's also not greasy, which can be a benefit for people who have naturally oily hair. You want moisture, but you don't want the grease. Sage oil is perfect for you. It also can be conditioning to your hair. It also can soothe scalp irritation and prevent dandruff, and it also can even help to cleanse the scalp. So something that can help cleanse, moisturize, soothe, all in one. Got the sage. Okay, next. Okay, next is fenugreek seeds. Now you can use fenugreek seeds infused in water, or you can use fenugreek seed oil. It is great in fighting dryness. It is also great in fighting baldness. It's also great in fighting dandruff. It helps to treat hair loss. It's really rich in folic acid. It's rich in vitamin A, K, and vitamin C. It's rich in potassium. I can't talk. It's rich in potassium, calcium, iron, and it can help to treat hair thinning. So if you have or want to avoid any of those things, I highly recommend incorporating fenugreek seeds into your life. They're also edible, just like the green tea. So, I mean, if you want to eat them, wellness comes from within and all that. By all means, go for it. Just not the oil that's used for your hair. Not that, but I'm talking about the food. Either way, we're gonna move on. Sorry, going off there. Next is hibiscus, like the tea that you drink. It's a lot of edible stuff on this list, huh? Neither here nor there. Okay, so hibiscus. Hibiscus helps to prevent split ends. It can help stop hair loss or prevent hair loss. It helps have healthier overall hair. It gives your hair a natural, healthy looking luster to it. It can help to prevent premature graying. It can help to thicken the hair and add volume. Or more so, I would say like the appearance of thicker hair, more than actually like thicken the hair. It can help to treat dandruff. It helps to deal with frizziness. It helps with dryness, and it also helps with breakage. So that was hibiscus for you. Now hibiscus is great, and it's really like gentle but effective. So you'll find hibiscus in a lot of baby products, kids products, and adult products. So it's really good all around. Next on our list is onions. Yes, girl, onions. So onions are amazing. Onions are great. My favorite way to use onions in hair care is to infuse it into an oil, and then I add fragrance oil after it's infused, and I just incorporate it into other things. But you could boil the onions, you could infuse in the oil, you know, use just straight onion juice. Do whatever you do. I don't recommend the onion juice though, because that may cause irritation to, you know, your eyes and all that. But onions are great because they moisturize the hair. They also hydrate the hair, because think onion juice, water, juice. They also help with hair growth. They also help to nourish your hair's follicles. They also help to minimize thinning and breakage. And they help to reverse premature graying, which, I mean, of course, the hair on your head that is already grown out gray is going to stay gray, but it just helps to stop the production of gray hair. So some studies have said, I'm no expert on producing. I should throw a disclaimer. I am not a dermatologist or anything like that, doctor, you guys. This is just all off of my own research that I've done online, which you guys can also, of course, do yourself and look more into doing. But yes, now that that's there. Onion also can help to delay graying. So that wraps up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you'd like to see more like it, please leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you think. Also, if you have any other ideas or things you'd like for me to look into as far as hair care ingredients, skincare ingredients, certain things like that, I could do a video on them. I am getting into making more products and stuff like that, trying to start my own hair and skincare business. So I'm doing a lot of this research anyway. That's where I got the idea that it would be great to just share some of this knowledge for like certain ingredients and things like that for other people who may want to make their own things or start a business, and kind of cut down some of that research time or things like that for them. So either way, hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully that wasn't too much talking, and if it was, I'm so sorry. But until next time, bye.